was gonna film outside, but man, it's gross outside, bro. It's just one of them gray days, bro. It's raining. The cat's yelling at me. Dang, look at the clouds. Dang, it's dark in here. Bro, it was just some thunder outside too. But man, I just realized, like, well, not realized, man. I was thinking, like, what am I really doing? Like, job wise, I was trying to figure out what I'm trying to do. And like, I have some aspirations and some passions I know for sure I want to do, but as a career, I wasn't sure, right? And I thought like I was the problem because I didn't know what I was doing. But turns out I just don't want to work a 9 to 5. Like, I don't want to work for a huge corporation. I had no aspirations to work 9 to 5. I just don't. Like, the jobs that I am interested in, it has to do with community almost every time. So even like public relations, uh, public relations slash public affairs. I mean, even army stuff, like going into army reserves. It got to do with people, right? Uh, I say that because it made me think of just the market and like everything right now. Feels like everything's so high. Feels like everything's so oversaturated. And I realized, like, we're in a world of just followers, man. Like, they don't think at all either. Like, they're just endlessly following. Like, people will get upset about like movie companies making a bunch of sequels, but then yet they'll still run the theaters to watch it. Like, you're the problem. You're literally the problem. Or like, everyone's like, the quality's going down and this or that. I think music's the only thing where it hasn't gotten oversaturated, mostly because it's like, it very much is subjective. So it's not like if people don't like the song, they're not gonna listen to it. It's that simple. But man, for games, everybody hops on the wave. I mean, everybody loves like Dark Souls type of games. Like, I'm not dissing on Black Myth Wukong though. Game's fire, but everyone all of a sudden, is playing the game. Like, all of a sudden, everybody want to be content creators. All of a sudden, like, everybody doing the exact same thing. Like, they go, oh man, to really make money, bro, you gotta freelance. Well, guess what? Now there's too many freelancers. So now there's really no money like that. My cat just jumped on the bin. She almost missed. But everything's just oversaturated, man. Like, it's so bad. The quality's just gonna keep going down. But man, I hope when I'm making these videos, like, I'm really documenting my life, but it's kind of not in the way most people would document it, like them going on adventures and stuff like that. It's me just wanting to see, like, this is like my journal, if you will. You know what I mean? Of course, there's gonna be some things I'm not gonna say to the camera. Some personal matters and stuff dealing with other people to respect, their personal lives. But like, this is just me talking. This is just me, whatever's on the dome. That type of deal. Like, I've always felt, I mean, that's the reason, like, I got into philosophy in school in the first place. Because I feel like I always ask questions that no one else really asks or even feels like is important. I see it as like the bigger picture, if you will. Like, you gotta ask those questions because even if you don't have a for sure answer, you're thinking about it. But so like, what's on my mind recently? It's been capitalism. It's been oversaturation. Like, everything being oversaturated, and then just the fact that like people just follow. And then one more thing was like, I realized there's so many times in a day where like I'll do something and hesitate just because of like what society taught you or taught me. So like, for example, I know like how can I explain this? Like, there's certain things that are acceptable to say and certain things that aren't acceptable to say. So sometimes, you know, you don't say exactly what's actually on your mind, like what you would generally say. You say whatever is accepted. And which, I mean, if it's a job, you know, sometimes there's rules, you gotta follow it, or sometimes it is just inappropriate. Like, you can't be cussing up a storm somewhere, but you shouldn't be watering down your personality. And I realize, like, it's not just me. A lot of people are watered down just to be accepted. And I put accepted like that, like in quotations, because it's like, you're not even accepted still. Because the second you do a mistake, then everybody hates you. So, you know, and what do people say? Like, you're human, you make mistakes. Yet no one actually follows that. Like, they got punishments for everything. Like, and I'm not talking about like jail or anything like that. I'm talking about like people on social media just getting on you for no reason. I'm talking about, you know, even just expectations of people, where they expect more of you, even though maybe you didn't even want that. Maybe you was cool with the simple life, or like you were cool with, you know, getting a B in the class. I'm not saying you should be cool to be in the class, but maybe you just don't want to be on honor roll, stuff like that. Like, school isn't your priority at that time. I'd rather an individual be at harmony with themselves than be at harmony with their books. Because their books, they're made up, like they're written. Like, everybody, like, yeah, there's some facts in the books, but the way I see it, bigger picture, like, if there are better individuals, then that's a better community. Versus if they're just like a good group, it's a bad individuals. You see what I'm saying? Like, that rain coming down. But, man, you just gotta prioritize yourself. And it doesn't mean like you don't care for anybody. It doesn't mean that like you always put yourself first. Of course, if you have a child or maybe even a pet, you might sacrifice some time or some attention, of course. But it don't even have to be that. It could be an older brother, younger sister, something like that. But you still have to put yourself first. Like, do what you actually want to do. So if you want to be with somebody and be happy, that don't mean just making them happy. That mean you got to be happy. But yeah, man, there's just too many people following without really thinking about it. And like, I don't see myself as someone that's the smartest person. I'm just an observant soul. Like, that's just in my inverted nature. Like, I don't like big spaces like that with a lot of people. It just gets too much, you know. Like, it's like overstimulating, if you will. But I've always liked to just watch things like play out, like just watch. It's just satisfying to me. Like, that's me. Like, I like to see how puzzles work. I like to see how things work. That's just how it is. So like, with people, I like to see how they work. I like picking apart their brain, stuff like that. But when everybody's acting the same, I get so uninterested, man. So then I don't even want to talk to them. Especially like, I have predicted exactly what people gonna say before they say it, because everybody's gotten that predictable. It's not even that they're boring. It's just they're doing what everyone else is doing. So like, just take a moment today, bro. Take a moment this whole week and just be yourself. Like, do what you actually want to do. If you want to go off and like go on an adventure, heck, even if you don't want to go on an adventure, I'm not gonna be one of those dudes talking about, man, I love the sun, this and that. Like, I'll be going off to Japan and blah blah blah. I'm gonna be real. I like just sitting outside and walking my dog or something, bro. Like, I like just sometimes fishing or something, or just going on a run. I don't have to necessarily travel to enjoy the outdoors, or like just enjoy a simple life. I can just chill with friends. I mean, simple as like us playing Xbox. We tried tennis the other day. We don't even know how to play tennis, but that was fun. So man, I'm sorry for the other sounds in here. I'm gonna try to talk a little bit louder. Hopefully it's not putting you to sleep. It's like that white noise, you know, you put you to sleep. But yeah, man. I mean, I hope y'all liking these videos. I'm gonna keep at it. Like, subscribe, because these videos are actually for me. It's not for like YouTube money or nothing like that. It's actually, like I said, it's gonna be a documentary of my life. I want to be able to look back on these and be like, dang, like I grew. You know what I mean? That's what I want to see. I want to see what I was thinking in 2024. That's what I want to see. So remember though, if you do like the content, subscribe. You know, if you don't. I mean, hey, like the video if you want. I mean, it's much appreciated. And I appreciate you if you watch the videos up until this point.